the New York mayoral race is sending ripples through the Israeli tech community. Guy Franklin, founder and CEO of Israeli Mamdani, warns that US talent could think twice before joining an Israeli company, highlighting what some are calling the Mamdani Effect. i24NEWS host and correspondent Nicole Zedeck now joins us. Nicole, what are the main concerns?
Well, Lynn, I think it's pretty clear for many people watching the New York City mayoral race that the outcome could have ripple effects, as you said, far beyond the Big Apple, especially here in Israel. Now, right now, New York City is a booming tech hub for so many Israeli startups, hundreds of Israeli startups, in fact. However, it's this fear, the Mamdani effect, basically the fear that Zohran Mamdani's politics could have some very negative outcomes specifically for Israeli businesses. And there's a few reasons for this, Lynn. There's one, the first fact that Mamdani is a self-proclaimed democratic socialist. So there's already just the fear that his rent freezes and economic reforms could certainly discourage small business growth. But surprisingly, this really isn't the main fear for many of these Israeli startups. It's more about perception. The fact that the city's top leader has this anti-Israel, even at times anti-Semitic rhetoric. And what that then means for many of these Israeli companies, not only what it means for the investors that may stop wanting to work with some of these Israeli businesses, also what it might mean for some of the American workers that could be reluctant to join some Israeli startups over fear of social backlash or wanting to not really face this taboo. So this is truly what we're seeing. Not only this, trying to get different workforce, different investors to really fund these major Israeli startups, but also the perception of if there is this anti-Semitic, anti-Israel rhetoric coming from the city's top leaders, what does that mean for some of the city's programs as well inside New York City? It can definitely chill some of these relationships, Lynn, when it comes to corporate partnerships, to even city-backed innovation programs. So these are some of the main fears we're hearing from some of these Israeli entrepreneurs, let alone also what it would mean for their lifestyle. Many of these entrepreneurs, they come there with big dreams, bringing their family there. It's the largest Jewish population outside of Israel, so it's been a great place for them to not only start business, but to create a life. But what would the future mean then if not only these politics start spreading out into more of the similar mindset in other New York City citizens as well? And so this is some of the fear that we're seeing. Are these then Israeli entrepreneurs going to be moving their shop from New York City to maybe some places with more neutral politics and still business-friendly places such as Miami or even Austin, Texas? These are some of the cities that are being floated. So no matter how you spin it, there's certainly some concern for these Israeli entrepreneurs. But right now, they're waiting to see what happens in the future and what happens for their business.
Well, we have to see how this plays out. Hopefully, it's just a New York issue and it won't detail any broader issue in the world when it comes to Israeli tech industry. Nicole Zedeck, i24NEWS host and correspondent, thank you for joining us.